Hello, I'm John Keirnan, and it's an honour to be here tonight to present the Faith Idols Award, this category being for funniest religion. I'm afraid I can't be with you, but I'm being beamed in from lovely Kilmarnock. The nominees are Hindus for their never say die attitude to life. I mean literally. They believe you don't die, in fact you come back as a reincarnation. You've got to wonder what you've done in a previous life to come back as George W. Bush or Tony Blair. I think I'd rather come back as a toilet roll. And here we have a lovely young lady to represent the Hindus. That British Airways could use a few like her at the moment. Next up are the Muslims for their entrepreneurial spirit and the championing of the local convenience store. They managed to rise above their strong beliefs and sell us infidels products we need, such as lottery tickets, alcohol, Christmas and Easter merchandise, and all at non-profit. Reminds me that I saw the Pakistan football team in satellite TV the other day, and every time they get a corner they opened a shop. Muslim can't be with us tonight, but they've managed to send along an old friend on their behalf. Next up are the Jews, for always expecting the best from life despite centuries of terrible fortune. An example of this is the Jewish grandmother who was walking along the seafront pushing her grandchild in front of her in his buggy. A huge wave came in and plucked the child from the seat, carrying him off to sea. And seeing this, she raised her eyes skywards and cried in a loud voice, my God, for centuries we have been put upon and suffered terribly and never doubted your goodness. I plead and beg with you that you return my only grandson, and swear that if you do, I will worship you and only do good each and every day. Just as she finished, another huge wave came crashing in and the boy was sitting back in his seat. Again she raised her eyes skywards and said in a loud voice to God, he was wearing a hat. And for the Jews, here's a fellow that looks as if he's not going to accept second best. Next up we have the Christians, and in particular the Catholics, which is my own particular poison, for their glass half full view of life. At this time of the year we take time out to commemorate the Passion of Christ, who was asked to carry his own cross through the streets of the place where he was about to be crucified. A bit like asking you to mend the fuse in your own electric chair. He died a slow and horrible death, and as we wind forward to the present day, we all gather together to commemorate this event and go through every piece of pain with him in an epic service that takes about 3 hours, having fasted beforehand. The elderly are fainting, kids are crying, and the whole thing is utterly depressing, and yet we call it Good Friday. You've just got to wonder what constitutes a bad one. And here we have JC giving us a thumbs up in spite of all the scandal. The last nominees are the Scientologists for incompetence. They believe that we're all immortal aliens trapped in a human body. Tell that to Sigourney Weaver. And let's be honest, the human body is no Alcatraz. There are a number of things that escape on a daily basis from our body, like zits, tears, earwax, numbers 1 and 2, and of course, little green men. They do, however, provide us with a laugh now and again, most notably being from the classic film War of the Worlds, in particular the remake, in which the lead actor and famous Scientologist is cornered by a huge, bloodthirsty alien hell-bent on his death, and he looks towards it and says, allegedly, Bill, is that you? Who'd have thought? Johnny Vegas is one of them. Shocking. And now the results. And the winner is Scientology. Well, they'll be dancing in the streets of Jupiter tonight. And when you consider the ones that didn't make the cut, like David Icke, Son of Man and Top Goalie, Jesus Saves, it's a top honour indeed. So I'd just like to thank God, well, gods, for the making of this short film, and realise that we may all worship different beliefs, but underneath it all we've got all the same pros and cons, and thankfully enough of us believe in good as well as God. Thank you.